I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, shalom, this is Callum L from London, UK, all the way to the US of A. Listen, subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. I'm always on that channel checking out the new knowledge that I.S.U.P.K is dropping.
About the book of Jonah, yeah? About Jonah, swallowed up in the whale for 3 days and he came out and so forth. And when Jonah was swallowed in the whale's belly, this is what he prayed to the Most High, and this is what he said to God, man. Read.
And said, I cry for reason of my affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me.
Give me Jonah 1:1, so I can set the scene. Give me Jonah 1:1, start from the beginning, read.
The book of Jonah 2 verse 1. Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish belly.
And where's Jonah?
Out of the fish belly.
And where's Jonah?
Out of the fish belly.
And Jonah's in the belly of a fish, man. It's dark in there, it's stuffy in there. Jonah don't know if he's gonna even live. He's not even sure if he'll survive, man. And listen, this is what Jonah called the fish's belly, man. Read.
And he said, I cry of reason of my affliction.
And Jonah said, while he was in there, he cried to the Most High, man. Read.
Unto the Lord, and he heard me.
And the Lord heard him. He cried to the Most High when he was in the whale's belly, and the Lord heard him, man. And guess what Jonah calls this place? Read.
Cry out of the belly of hell.
Belly of what?
Of hell.
Belly of what?
Of hell.
And Jonah called that place hell. Now we know Jonah wasn't under the earth. Jonah wasn't burning to death. Jonah was in a place where it's dark, man. He was in a place where he thought he was gonna die, man. He was in a place where he wasn't sure if he was gonna survive, and he called that hell, and that is hell, black man. That is hell, man. And hell, you are living it, black man. You are living. This is the problem, though. This is the problem. We don't have to remain in hell, man. We can come out of hell only if you want it, black man. Only if you're willing to put the drugs down, man. Only if you're willing to love your people, man. Only if you're going to come out of these churches and these religions and philosophies, man. We can come out of hell, man. That is hell. Hell is not knowing who your father is, man. Hell is crack cocaine, man. Hell is living from wage to wage, man. Hell is them crackheads outside the bookies, man, on the park bench, man. That is hell, man. And we're living it every day, man. Who else suffers like us? We are the people of God, man. Our condition is in this Bible, all throughout the Bible, man. The color of Christ is in the Bible, man. Why black people are in the bottom is in the Bible, man. And how we're going to get out of this also is in the Bible, man. Read.
Sorry.
Drop that. Give me Revelations 5 and 10, man. The book of Revelation 5 and 10. I'm going to show you something, black man. I'm going to show you something that your pastor won't teach you, that your slave master won't teach you, man. Revelation 5 and 10. And black man, had you known this, black man, you come out in the churches, man. Had you known this, you'll sort your life out today, man. You won't wait and die to go to heaven. You do it now, man. You do it now. The kingdom of heaven is when you put weed down, man. The kingdom of heaven, black man, is when you stop killing your brothers, man. That's the kingdom of heaven. You ain't got to die to get it, man. You can do it today. You can do it today, black man. When you go home, you take the pork out the fridge, man, and you throw it in the bin, man. If you're a black man with tattoos, get no more tattoos, man. If you're a black man breaking any of the laws in the Bible, stop, man. And that's how we get the kingdom of heaven. You ain't got to die. I'm going to show you in the Bible. It's the book of Revelation, the last book of the whole Bible, man. And listen to what it says. This is what Jesus Christ said, man. Read.
Revelation 10 verse 5. And had made unto us gods, kings, and priests.
And the Bible said Christ made unto us kings, man. Christ is going to make us kings again, man. Only if you want it, though, man. If you're too busy smoking weed and, going to the church and having sex with women and dashing them away and not looking after them, listen, let me tell you something, man. In the Bible, you don't have to have one woman, man. You can have loads, man. The problem is, black man, you got to look after them, man. You can't be throwing them away, man. You can't get with them and say, you know what, she's not for me, man. If she ain't for you, then don't have sex with her, man. Leave her alone, man. And the Bible said, God, they're going to make us kings again, man. The day is coming, black man, but we're going to be kings again, man. We're not going to be selling drugs, man. We're not going to be selling drugs and pimping our women out no more, man. We're not going to be walking up and down the street naked, man. We're not going to be homosexuals, man. We're not going to be Christian and Muslim in the mosque, man. Flying out to Mecca to bow down to a stone, man. We're going to be kings again, man. Read.
Hath made unto us our God kings and priests, and we shall reign over the earth.
We shall reign where?
Over the earth.
We shall reign where?
And we shall reign on the earth.
We shall reign where?
Reign on the earth.
Black man, why you're dying to go to heaven? The Bible said we're going to reign on the earth, man. Why didn't your pastor tell you this? The Bible just said the kingdom of heaven is on the earth, man. The Bible said you're going to reign on the earth, man. Meanwhile, you're dying, you're waiting to die and go to heaven, man. You're waiting to die and go in the clouds, man. When the Bible said we're going to reign on the earth, man. We're going to reign right here, man. I'm not looking to die to get heaven, man. I want heaven right here, man. And heaven is when every black man's off drugs, man. I'm not going to wait for that. That's why I'm out here now. I'm out here now, black man, to get you off drugs, man. And I'm not going to stop, black man, until Christ puts a crown on your neck, man. And you're going to earn that crown, man. And how do you earn that crown, black man? By following the Bible, man. By stop following your birthday, man. By stop following Christmas and Easter, man. And all these pagan holidays, man. The Bible says we shall reign on the earth. Tomorrow is Sunday, man. Go tell your, say, Pastor, I thought we were going to die and go to heaven, man. So why did Revelation 10 and 5 say we're going to die? Say that we're going to reign on the earth, man. I thought we were going to go in the clouds. Why are we going to reign on the earth if we're going to go in the clouds, man? Why did the Most High make the earth, man, with trees and mountains and animals, if one day we're going to float off into heaven, man? The Lord made it. Look how diverse this earth is, man. Oxygen and atoms and particles and trees and animals, only so we can die and go to heaven, man. That is ridiculous, man. And in 2019, our people have been gobbling up all these fairy tales, man. Read that for me again up.
Daniel 10 verse 5. And hath made unto our God kings, priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And that's what we're going to reign, man. On the earth. Give me Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Ecclesiastes 3 and 16, man. We're going to reign right here, black man. And that's the problem, black man. The God wants you to reign, but the problem is you don't want to reign, man. You don't want to rule, man. You're too busy trying to be the next rapper, man. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with rapping, man. Ain't nothing wrong with rapping, man. But black man, you put your heart into being a rap star, man. When God requires more from you, man. You want to get, what do you call it? You want to play FIFA all day, man. When God requires more from you, man. God requires you to be a king and reign on this earth, man. And in 2019, they're dumbing us down to think that all we can do is rap, man. All we can do is sing, man. But we're greater than that, man. We're the people of the Bible, man. We're the prophets. When you read about Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all the prophets, they were all black men, man. They're far relatives of you, black man. Read that for me, Ecclesiastes 3 and 16, read. Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun.
And Solomon said, under the sun, man. And what's under the sun? We are. Solomon said, I saw under the sun. Under the sun is the earth, man. When you look up, you see the sun, man. And Solomon said, under the sun, he saw something. And this is what Solomon saw. Read.
A place of judgment.
What did Solomon see?
A place of judgment.
What did Solomon see?
A place of judgment.
Solomon said, under the sun, on this earth, is a place of judgment, man. This is where, here is where you get judged, man. You don't get judged in hell. You don't burn and go to hell, man. You get judged right here, man. In the Bible, we're the Jews that broke the Lord's commandments, man. And we got judged. And where did we get judged? Right here. You want to know how we got judged, black man? You want to know how we got judged? We went into slavery, man. Our kids were taken away from us, man. We got our backs whipped, man. Our women were raped, man. Fast forward, guess what we did? We picked cane, man. We cut cotton, man. That was our job, man. Then after that, we came to England and we were called coon and gollywog, man. We are facing the judgment of God, and the judgment is right here, man. And then, guess what happened? Fast forward some more, Mark Duggan got dead, man. Killed by the police, man. And the policeman made a show about it called Lawful Killing. Lawful Killing, killed Mark Duggan dead, and no one went to prison for it, man. Choked Michelle and Charles to death, and no one went to prison for it, man. We get the judgment of God right here, man. And then guess what? I fast forward some more. After all that, they deported the Windrush generation, man. We are the people getting judged by the Most High. And that place of judgment is right here. If anyone should know about the place of judgment on the earth, we should know. Because we get it the most for disobeying the Most High, man. We're the one that get gunned down by the police, man. We're the ones that get gunned down by our own brothers, man. We're the ones that got crack in our neighborhoods, man. We're the ones that are destroyed, man. Our kids in gangs, man. Our women are becoming whores, and that happens right here. It don't happen in hell, man. Black man, how much more should you suffer? So you're telling me you're gonna live a life of crime, die, and then burn some more? Damn, come on, man. The place right here is the place of judgment, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and 15, man. I'm gonna show you why you're oppressed, black man. I'm gonna show you why you're on the bottom. I'm gonna show you why you're in slavery. That's in the Bible also, but they will never teach you that, man. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15, man. In the Bible, the Lord spoke to the Jews, and the Lord said, if you disobey me, I will put curses on you, man. And I'm going to go and show you all these curses, what the Most High said. And when you read these curses, it points to one race of people. And without a shadow of a doubt, it points to you, black man. You ready? Read that for me. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto...
And the Lord said, it will come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken, if thou wilt not listen. We done?
Unto the voice of the Lord your God.
And the Lord said, if you don't listen to me, we done?
To observe and to do all his commandments.
And the Lord said, we must do all his commandments, man. The Lord told this to Moses, man. After he parted the Red Sea, he said, you must do all my commandments, man. And he said, if you don't want to do it, this is what will happen to you, man. Read.
And his statutes, which I have commanded thee this day, that all these curse.
All these what?
All these curse.
All these what?
All these curse.
And the Lord said, if you don't obey me, all these curses, we done?
Shall come upon thee.
Shall do what?
Shall come upon thee.
And the Lord said, if we don't obey God, all these curses shall come upon us, man. Are you ready? You ready? Let's read one of the curses, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And this is one of the curses, what the Lord said will happen to our people, man. You ready? Now you tell me this ain't talking about black people, man. You tell me the black man ain't the real Jew, man. The Lord said if you don't obey me, all these curses shall come upon you, man. And the Lord's about to tell you what the curse is, man. And this is the curse. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
And the Lord said he will bring us into Egypt again. Egypt is a Greek word that means bondage. It means slavery. And the Lord said if you disobey me, I will bring you into slavery again. We were slaves in Egypt, man. We built the Sphinx and the pyramids, man, under the Egyptians, man. And the Lord said, if you disobey me, I will put you in slavery again. But this time, it's going to be different, man. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
And the Bible said, we shall go into slavery with ships, man. What nation of people went into slavery with ships, man? That happened to nobody else but black people, man. You show me where the so-called Jewish man went into slavery on ships, man. The man that called himself a Jew, he did not go into slavery on ships, man. He migrated to Germany, man. He migrated to Poland, man. But how did black people get to the Caribbean? It's in the Bible. How did black people get to America, man? It's in the Bible. How did black people get to Brazil, man? It's in the Bible. And God said it will happen, man. God said, if you disobey me, I will carry you into slavery with ships, man. Black man, you are the real Jews, man. Who else is he talking about, man? You show me any history when Chinese people went into slavery with ships, man. You show me any history when Arabs went into slavery with ships, but I'm waiting, man. But I can show you tons upon tons of books where black people went into slavery on ships, man. And it's right here, I got an image right here, man. What you're seeing here is a slave ship, man. A cargo slave ship. It's the bottom of a slave ship, man. And black people are crammed into the slave ship like sardines, man. That's where you get the word spooning from. Because black people was packed into a ship in a spoon formation, man. Front to back, man. Packed in. So much. Do you know, let me tell you a fact, man. Black people rode on slave ships for 3 months, man. And you lay down on your back. Black people on their back for 3 months, man. That black men would drown in women's menstrual blood, man. All it takes is about 4 inches of, if you're on your back, all it takes is about 4 inches of fluid, man, for you to drown. And black people will be on slave ships for so long. And there was so much women on the slave ships that black men would drown in women's menstrual blood, man. That's in the Bible, man. Who else did that happen to? Who else did that happen to, man? Did it happen to the Arab man? The East Indian man? Happened to you, black man? And I must become a Christian. And guess who's responsible? Guess who's responsible for making black people drown in women's menstrual blood? Good old Christians, man. Guess who's responsible for putting black men on these same slave ships, man? Good old Christians, man. And black man, you want to be a Christian in 2019? Come on, man. You need to wake up, man. As the Bible says, you are walking in darkness, man. You are walking in darkness, black man. Anyway, keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more.
And the Bible says you shall not see your land no more, man. And now, we don't even know what our land is, man. You ask a black man where you come from, he says, I'm from Africa. You should be ridiculous, man. Africa's a continent, man. Africa, there's 50 countries in Africa, man. Which one do you come from, man? And our people so destroyed. You want to be the whole continent, man? The whole. You ask an Englishman where you're from, man. You say I'm from England. You don't say I'm from Europe. You say I'm from France. You say I'm from Germany. But we're so destroyed. What did we say? We're from Africa. But Africa is a continent of 50 different countries, man. They speak different languages, man. They don't even dress the same in Africa, man. Different countries dress different, man. Have different cultures, different religions, man. But we're so lost, we lost the whole continent, man. Read.
whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
And ye shall be sold.
And you shall be what?
And ye shall be sold.
And the Bible says ye shall be sold. The Bible says you shall go into slavery and slave ships, and there ye shall be sold, man. And what happened to us in the Caribbean, man? We were sold, man. What happened to us in America, man? We were sold, man. They sold you to work on them plantations, man. They sold you to pick tobacco, man. They sold you to cut cane, man. Black man, you want to know why your surname is Robinson and Williams? Because you were sold to Mr. Williams, man. You want to know why your name is Johnson? Because you were sold to Mr. Johnson, man. And that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 28, 29 real quick, man. Deuteronomy 28, 29 real quick, man. Like the brother said earlier, the two biggest religions, man, so big and thriving, they got all this knowledge, got no answers for black people, man. No answers for black people, man. How is that? And just in 20 minutes of being on the street, black man, I've showed you your history all throughout the Bible, man. I've showed you that the Jews are black, man. I've showed you your oppression in the Bible, man, and they got no answers for you. And you go to these churches, man. You go to these mosques, man. You join Egyptology and all these philosophies, man. And you know what you become? You become blind, black man, man. We're a nation of blind people. We're a nation of people in the mosque, a nation of people in the church, a nation of people that don't know where we come from. And that's why Christ called us the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Who is more lost like black people, man? We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We don't even know our own surname, man. We don't know what we're supposed to follow. We follow Christmas because the slave master said follow Christmas, man. We follow Easter because the slave master said follow Easter, man. We don't know what we're supposed to do, man. We're in every religion. Why? Why? Because we're following other nations, man. What's our religion, man? What's our philosophy? We don't know because we've been destroyed, man. Read that for me, Deuteronomy 28 and 29, read.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 29, and thou shalt grope at noonday.
And the Bible said thou shalt grope at noonday. You know what it means to grope? Grope means to feel around, man. And God is describing our people as a nation of people that's blind, man. Blind people grope around, man. And noonday is morning, man. Moon is 12 o'clock, man. There's no need to grope at noonday, it's morning. But our people groping even in the light, man. We're groping in the churches, man. We're groping in the mosque. You know why? Because we are confused, we are lost, man. We don't know where we come from, man. And that's in the Bible, man. Everyone else knows where they come from. Know where they come from. You ask an Arab man what's your surname, he'll give you his surname, man. You ask him what's your culture, he will give you his culture, man. You ask black man, we don't have a culture. We wear suit and ties because the white man said that's how you're supposed to dress. So we feel okay then. We go to the mosque and put on that garment white because that's how they dress, man. We join Egyptology and dress like how they dress, man. Because we are lost. We the people groping around at noonday, man, like a blind man. We done?
As the blind gropeth in darkness.
And we grope around like a blind man. We're not blind, man. We can see it's morning. It's not dark, but we're still groping around, man. We're groping around. You're groping around like a blind man when you go to these churches, man. You're groping around like a blind man when you go to these mosques, man. Egyptology, man. Rastafarianism, man. Why is it we're in all these different religions, man? Black men's in Rastafarianism. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your mind. Rastafarianism isn't even an African religion, man. It's an East Indian religion, man. You can Google it, man. It's an East Indian religion, man. The man by the name of Leonard Howard, man, that mixed the East Indian philosophy with a bit of Ethiopianism, man. And he came up with Rastafarianism. And Rasta talk about Ethiopia all day, but Rastafarianism don't even come from Ethiopia, man. Ethiopians are not even Rastafarian, man. But black people, we gobble that up, man. And we believe it, man. We walk around the streets talking about Selassie, man. When if you go to Ethiopia, they are Catholic, man. Real Ethiopians, they ain't even Rastafarian, man. But our people, we're blind. We walk around talking about Ethiopia and we put the eye everywhere. Ethiopia, man. When real Ethiopians, they ain't even Rastafarians, man. They don't even believe in that, man. Black people talk about Egyptologists and African and so forth. When real Africans, they don't even believe in Egyptology, man. Africans predominantly what? Christian. And the other half is Muslim, man. They don't believe in that. But black people talk about, Harris and Set and Ra, man. When last you see a Nigerian believing in Egyptology, man, you bring him to me, man, you won't find him, man. Because we're them people that's blind, groping at noonday. We're talking about we're Egyptian, when real Egyptians ain't talking about that, man. They're Christian, man. They're in the church, man.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged